I'm in beautiful St David's in Pembrokeshire, where it's a lovely, crisp, sunny autumnal morning. Perfect weather for visiting a farm with a difference. This is Dr. Bynan's bug farm, and I'm about to meet Dr. Sarah Bynan. I am surrounded. There's a tank in front of me with huge spiders. There are some domino cockroaches. Louise, you've got some stick insects in your hand.
Yeah, I've got some Indian stick insects. Do you want to have a hold?
Go on then. Oh, hello. She's currently walking up my arm. Oh, she's just slipping off. Wow, she's incredible. Hi, Lucy.
Hi, Mariclare. Welcome to Peterton Tea.
And who are these three?
These are my assistants, 3 wirehead Vizslers. Different ages, probably not much help whatsoever, but I wouldn't live without them.
So we're just walking up a little incline, and as we're getting to the top here, we have rows and rows of tea plants in front of us. So Lucy's just picked up her picking basket. She's clipped it around her, and what we're going to do now, Lucy?
We're going to actually pick some tea.
Good morning. Today I'm at Chepstow Racecourse ahead of the Welsh Grand National, which takes place later today. I'll be finding out what it takes to put on the race and what it means to the runners and riders, as well as the wider rural community. There are many different types of resilience needed when running a farm business. We'll be looking at resilience in all its forms across the week on Farming Today, and it's also the theme of this year's Oxford Farming Conference. We've just come up to the top of the hill, and the view over the water is magnificent. As you can hear, I'm out of breath from walking up that hill, but you've got up here okay on the tramper.
I've got up here and I'm not out of breath.
But that's something that would be impossible for you to walk up because of your disability.
I couldn't do that, no.
But of course, there are bigger export costs with exporting shellfish to somewhere like Hong Kong rather than France and Spain, where the markets are at the moment. Can it really make up for Brexit? Wow, there is just purple just stretching ahead down the hill. It smells absolutely incredible here. What do you do with all of this lavender? Well, the weather hasn't been very spring-like here today, but after seeing those newborn lambs, I know that Easter is round the corner. Thank you to all of my guests and to you for listening. Farming Today was presented and produced by me, Mariclare Carey-Jones. Overcrowding and a lack of capacity in prisons has been dominating the headlines. But at the UK's only prison dairy farm, state-of-the-art milking machines have been installed in the hope of improving the chance for prisoners to gain employment on release and cut reoffending rates.
When I've been out in the countryside, there isn't many women that look like me.
When you say women who look like me, for our listeners, can you tell them what your heritage is?
Yeah, I call myself a black woman. I'm of mixed heritage. My dad is black Jamaican, my mum is white English.
And what are the specific needs in terms of mental health or the issues that can cause poor mental health for the farming community? So these are my pet sheep. This is Cedric. He's a Weather Ram and he's a crossbreed. And this here is Audrey, and she is a Leicester Longwool. And as the name suggests, she has a beautiful long wool. But my favourite breed of sheep is actually the blue-faced Leicester, like Blossom here, who's just come up for a little stroke. Hello, Blossom. And I'm very proud to say that the fleece from one of my blue-faced Leicesters has been used in the Great Glamorgan Sock Project. The sun is shining here today at Rose Drew Farm in Llantwit Major in the Vale of Glamorgan, but that's not good news for this year's crop. I'm about to meet farmer Rodri Davis, who's worried about the size of this year's potatoes. So how big is this field we're walking through now, Rodri?
It's 30 acres of potatoes.
And where we're walking at the moment, there are lots of plants around us, but most of them are brown and dying off. How has this season been for you? So if you're trying to balance the needs of that community, the needs of feeding a population, the needs of dealing with climate change and particularly those carbon emissions, what do you think this landscape should be looking like in 5-10 years' time? And what impact is that having environmentally here? Well, we've now come into the farm kitchen, driven in by the weather today. If you were driven off this farm because you couldn't farm livestock anymore, what would the landscape around here look like?